Hi Rich, this is my final project here, just to show you what I've learned over the course of our class. And I guess we'll start out here with my website. I have my website here. Like I mentioned before in a previous post, it's kind of static, just a way that I can transfer information to students. I have my lesson plans posted over here, homework assignments, projects, how to contact me, tutorials. I mean, you can see the things that I have there. The Twitter widget is not up and running right now. I'm not exactly sure why, but nonetheless, we'll work on that in the weeks to come. I also moved on to Google Drive, and here I have my water student testing folder, if you will, where I have all my information here for the kids. They have rubrics that are posted, projects that are available to the students, so when they're not in class or absent, they can access it from a remote location. They oftentimes will submit work, and I'll use an untitled document here, just a way that they would share it with me. Moving on from there is where we're going to get into Google Earth. I mentioned before that I use YouTube. I'll display YouTube clips for the students, so they can watch a YouTube clip, give them some background information regarding issues that we discuss in class and whatnot. And from there, they would move on to Google Earth. And Google Earth is where we had the overlays, discussing mountaintop removal, the coal mining issues that arise with the pollution that's generated, the costs and benefits and whatnot. I'd like to point out here there's Hazard. I don't think it's Hazard County where the Duke boys are, but perhaps it could be. I think that's in a different state, but nonetheless. Now getting back to Google here, we have my groups, where I have your group, or I'm sorry, our group, and then the environmental science group, where I can communicate with the students about mosquitoes, my post, things of this nature, which is pretty neat. I would like to tie this into Google Hangouts, so maybe if we have like a help session, if you will, where the students could sign in and we could all discuss problems about perhaps the Cocalico Creek project, where it's an awful lot of data to analyze, and if they have questions as far as, what are you looking for in the physical evaluation, and, how do I use Chart 1, things of that nature, which is kind of neat. We didn't really touch on Gmail, but nonetheless, here's Gmail. My students do set up Gmail accounts where we can communicate to back and forth. That one's a little touchy. I don't like to use it too terribly much, simply because of the dangers that are associated with communicating with students on a one-on-one basis. Because you kind of set yourself up in a bad situation where things could or might not be interpreted properly on email, and I'm sure you know what I'm referring to. Google Voice is nice too. I didn't get into that with the class. I do use that to contact parents, because it does give me a log of student contacts and parent contacts, and I have a record as far as, I talked to Rich on such and such date, and there's a spot where I can add messages and notes to just clarify what we discussed, Moving on, I'm trying to think what else I have here. Oh, I got a Google Calendar that I use, and if that would load quickly, I'd appreciate it, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, there we go. Here is where the students can sign in. Off my website, they get a lesson plans and things like that, but here they can see that, we started our stream studies. This is the rubric that we're working on. This is the data that was collected, and this is when papers are due. So once again, I'm just streamlining my class, trying to clarify expectations and learning outcomes for the students, and so on and so forth. So overall, I really think that Google has provided us with a very powerful tool for students, and I hope to be able to use it more efficiently in the future. Thank you.